if you want to buy a normal SUV, usually buy the Haval Julian or maybe the Haval H6 Sport or maybe a Tiguan or maybe a Volkswagen, or actually not a Volkswagen, an Opel Grandland X. Well, today I'll be telling you about the new SUV on the market, which is the Bejing x55. Yes, you have guessed it right. I'll be telling you more about the upcoming Bejing x55. Why? Because I'm Junior and you're watching Junior on Cars. Into it, then we start off with the price tag. Well, the price tag of the Bejing x55 is typical SUV style. Well, there's three versions. You can have the dynamic version, which is the cheapest one on the block, which is 394,000 rands. Well, if you want to step up a little bit, you can actually go to the elite version, which will cost you an extra 1,000 rand, which is 424,000 rands. Well, if you want to go to the top of the range, you can actually go for the premium version, which will cost you around 454,000 rand. Well, all of them have the same engine, which is a 1.5 liter turbo petrol, but produce different kind of horsepower. Such as dynamic one will actually produce around 130 kilowatts and 305 newton meters of torque. 0 to 100, 7.8 seconds. Unfortunately, we do not have the top speed, but we'll know sooner or later when people start reviewing it properly, or if people have already reviewed it if this video is already late. Well, what do you get gearbox? Well, you get a 7-speed dual clutch automatic. Because it's an SUV, I mean, you're getting a standard 7-speed dual clutch automatic. Well, fuel tank is very good economy wise, which is 7.2 liters over 100 kilometers, so it's not really bad. I mean, you can do whatever you want to do, you can run your errands, you can do whatever is needed with that SUV and still be able to go home and still have enough chunks of fuel left. Well, it is as an SUV. Well, let's get into the features if I forgot to mention. Well, simple terms, well, there's lots of features as you expect. Well, you'll get economy, you'll get also comfort and also sport or smart. Well, the sports version comes with the elite and the premium. You don't get that in dynamic version because that's the cheapest version. Well, let's check the exterior. Well, the exterior of the Bejing x55 is really nice. I'm not gonna lie. I like the lights, but I did figure out that the ones on the eyebrows do look similar to the current or maybe the previous A5 Audi. Well, besides that, the door handles are quite normal, even though they do claim that it is styled like a Range Rover Velar, but it doesn't pop out. You slide it in, such as the Aston Martin Vantage, the older versions. Well, the Bejing is slightly bigger than its key rivals, the Haval Julian. Yes, like I said, the Haval Julian is the competitor for the Bejing x55. Well, honestly speaking, the Haval Julian is a bit of an issue because many people have been selling their Haval Julian because of the fuel economy. So apparently Haval don't tell us the real fuel economy, because people who do have the Haval Julian do complain about the economy and do end up selling them on the market because it's a bit of an issue. It does drink a lot of juice, so it's a pretty chunky. I mean, it's a pretty car that actually does eat a lot of fuel, and it is not that bad, even though the exterior does look crap. Well, besides that, you do get safety features in the Bejing x55, such as including 6 airbags, ABS with EBD, and also emergency brake assist, and also you do get hill descent control and also hill hold control, so you're pretty covered with that SUV. And I did figure out that the boot isn't that big. Honestly speaking, it's not really that big. It's enough for you to fit in most of the stuff, but honestly speaking, not really fits in my quiz. Well, besides that, let's jump into the inside. Well, I have sat inside the Bejing x55 and I can tell you it's not that bad, honestly speaking. The seats are pretty nice. They are like racing sports seats that kind of hug you, and also the racing headrest, it also looks more longer, such as, you know, racing cars and all of that. But there is a bit of an issue if you're sitting from the back seat, because if you're sitting for the back seat, there's quite a hole through the driver's seat and also the passenger seats in the front. You can literally put your hand in it, and it's quite annoying because it doesn't really serve any purpose. Because if you're a child, I mean, you will find it as an opportunity to disturb the driver, and surprise, you actually end up in a car crash. But besides that, it's quite a stupid feature that they put it on the seats. Kind of dumb, honestly speaking. But I haven't fed not many, I don't know, 3 people in the back of the Bejing x55. It's not really gonna look comfortable, honestly speaking, especially if you're fat. You're not really gonna fit in the car, because honestly speaking, this is a quite occupied. They're not really like nice to fit in, but honestly speaking, it is quite of a fav. But besides that, you do get lots of nice features. You also do get what is this, kind of different wheel caps and all of that. They also are different years. But like I said, let's get into the inside. Well, the inside also is a bit of an issue on the exterior, I mean on the dashboard. Well, it does look quite nice. I mean, the infotainment system and also the not drivers, what do you call it? Instrument panel. It also looks nice, which is digital in simple terms. But I quite found it an issue because the one that I found in the dealership was quite wrote in Chinese. I'm not sure did they have to fix that, or maybe when you get the car you get it in English, but the car that was at the dealership was in Chinese, and unfortunately we live in South Africa, not in China. But I couldn't read anything on the dashboard, but I could read some little stuff such as the kilometers and also the rev count and all of the fuel economy and all of the stuff that you need on a car. But I don't think you can transfer your Bluetooth and all of that to your instrumental panel because of, I mean, it looks limited in simple terms. And also the infotainment system is quite response. Well, not fast response, but it does respond fast enough that you can do your stuff and all of that. But it has had lack a little bit of fun, such as the steering wheel. Speaking of fun, such as the steering wheel, like I said. Well, the steering wheel does have quite a lot of buttons, just like an Opel Astra. But Opel Astra did occupy all of the buttons on the steering wheel, not Bejing x55. Well, those buttons are actually, there's 3 on each side and there's gaps left there that don't do nothing. It's quite stupid, honestly speaking. While there's also a part where, this is the funny part, such as new cars, they have like this fitting space that you have under the gear, I mean where you can select the gears and all that space in the middle there. It does quite look nice, honestly. You can fit a lot of stuff there, but I don't really think it's necessary. It's like a floating thing, but yeah, maybe it's the design and all of that, so I don't really know, but it's okay. So yeah. Well, if you want my conclusion, well, my conclusion is this. If you want to buy the Bejing x55, it's really up to you. I mean, I don't blame you. The x55 does look nice, honestly speaking. I do like the taillights, the headlights, and the interior is also nice. Just hated the dashboard that was wrote in Chinese. I think you can set it, but I really wasn't interested. But if you want other alternatives, I think it's better that you choose the Opel Grandland X or maybe a Tiguan Allspace, because the Allspace has 7 seats. And I pretty sure do think also the Grandland X does also have 7 seats. But if you want something else, you can also buy the Isuzu MU-X. Yes, Isuzu also does have a big SUV with still the same recipe as they use in all their buckets, which is a 3-liter. But if you want something faster, I don't really think you will need something faster. I mean, if you want some comfortability, also you can buy the Opel Mokka, because the Opel Mokka is also in the good on the price range, and also the Volkswagen Taigo and T-Cross and, you know, other parts of it. But I think better, for me, honestly speaking, if you want something good for you and also something, you know, that is fast and also comfortable and can do all of stuff, I think the Opel Grandland X and also the Isuzu MU-X and also the Volkswagen Tiguan Allspace can also do it all, because I mean, they are built for those stuff, even though they're quite expensive as the Bejing x55, but it is at the end of the day much more better because it has more power, bigger engine, and also better on fuel consumption, because I mean, why not? Boot space is also good and all of that. But besides that, I don't really think the Bejing x55 is part of the competitor. But if I would buy something on the mid-range, Taigo, or maybe the T-Cross, or maybe the Mokka, the Opel Mokka. But besides that, when the Bejing x55, you can buy it. It's up to you. Just change the dashboard to English, because not everybody in South Africa talks Chinese. If you like the video, please give it a like, and if you want to watch more videos on mine, click onto the main channel to go and watch more videos on mine. And if you want to know more about my channel, hop onto our Instagram page, which is Junior on Cars, and Twitter, the same story. So bye.